Hello everyone, this is a 1B12 toaster from Toastmaster, McGraw Electric Company. The 1B12 was the first of the non-ticking toasters. It has no clockworks in it, it has a bimetal timer. And when I listened to this make toast, I noticed that it made a little click a little bit before it popped up, which is really standard with 1B14, not just the 1B12. And so I figured probably it works the same inside as a 1B14. And so I pulled the crumb tray off already, and we can see that it does indeed work the same. And I'll bring the camera over here and I'll show you. So, this is it. Right here, if you take the crumb tray off, the toast normally runs in here, and out here is the timer. This is the timer. This particular bit here, this little flat bar that runs here, this is the bimetal strip itself. And the bimetal strip is heated not by the toaster per se, but by this right here. These nichrome strips are wrapped around a mica sandwich which heats this bimetal strip, and when it does that, it causes it to warp. And when it warps, then this part goes this way, and inside here this little bar goes this way, and that's what makes it all happen. When it reaches a certain point, you hear a snap as this contact right here closes, and that shuts off the power to this strip, which then makes it cool. This bar starts to retract, which catches the catch and makes it pop up. So this thing is kind of dark, and I'm going to adjust it so that it doesn't cook so darkly. We want it to be lighter than it is. And the way that that's going to happen is we're going to take a screwdriver and we're going to loosen this screw right here, and we're going to move these two parts here. I got the wrong screwdriver. Let me grab the right screwdriver. Once this is loosened, then I'll be able to insert a screwdriver blade in here and twist this to slide these two parts differently. And I'm going to do this here. Okay, now then. While you weren't watching, I loosened this screw up right here. See if I can get a good view on it. You can see the shine of it. So I loosened that screw, and this bar has two parts to it. The upper part that you can see easily, and the part that you can't see very well is right underneath of it, and you can reach that with a screwdriver blade and just tweak it back in by twisting it. And what that does is it makes this other part that I'm not sure you can see, with a little crossbar down inside here, reach that side sooner. And if it reaches that side sooner, then it trips sooner. So now we'll just tighten up the screw and we'll just see how well it cooks. You just use a good high quality screwdriver. Don't put in. Okay, so the memory card filled up and prematurely ended my video, but nonetheless, this is the result of adjusting that toaster. At the lightest setting, it produces this. Now we'll see if it produces something that's too dark at the darkest setting. See what it's like. Okay, so what we're doing there is we're starting the test to see how that's going to work. The elements are glowing inside there. It's doing fine. Now over here, I'm going to bring this is a 1B14 out of its shell. Now it doesn't look all that impressive when it isn't all shiny, does it? If you put that down, it locks. When I first started looking at the 1B14, I was concerned about these mechanisms because they're all complicated. It looks like something could be fouled up very easily, but doesn't really seem to be the case. The mechanisms seem to be pretty much bulletproof. Part of the reason they're so bulletproof is because of how hard the metal is and how little actual use it gets. Now, in here we have a copy of the timer. There's a little difference. The bimetal strip in this one has been bent, and the reason that I bent it is to make it come over even faster, hoping to get some white toast out of it, because Sally likes white toast. However, in the process of fiddling with it, I burn up an element. Hey, our toast just popped up. Let's see what it looks like. Now then, that is what I call performance. That's the darkest and the lightest setting. This is fairly dark toast. I don't know anybody who wants it darker, but it's still entirely edible toast. In fact, I'm going to stop and eat it.